Did you know there's over 40 home builders here in Central Texas? So I'm sitting down to have one-on-one interviews and get all the goods for buyers like you to make the best decision in finding your new home. Join me today as I sit down with New Jerusalem Homes in their Monte Verde subdivision here in Temple, Texas. I'm super excited today to bring two of my friends and fellow realtors with New Jerusalem Homes here in Temple, Texas to the channel. Chris and Chrissy Kehrly are one of my favorite power couples here in real estate. I've gotten the pleasure of working with them over the course of the last 4 years that I've been in real estate because they were agents when I came on to the company. So I love getting work with them. You're in amazing hands with New Jerusalem because you're working with Chris and Chrissy. So you guys tell me a little bit about yourselves and your history in the industry.
So Chris and I together have been in real estate a little over 20 years with property management. We done property management together and then investing together. And then I've been an agent about 9 years.
And I've been in it a little over
4. Yeah. So I convinced him a little over 4 years to actually come over and be an agent with me. Yeah.
That's amazing. I love it. So you guys are very well versed in real estate.
Yes.
And I love that you cover so many different scopes of real estate. It's not just like, oh yeah, we just do new houses. No, like you have real life experience in the industry across all scopes. And trust me, if you ever want a really good real estate story, talk to Chrissy. So I actually had the pleasure of kind of being in the background while you guys were courting New Jerusalem. And so I saw a little bit of the backside of the work that you put into it and the work that you've done with him to date. But tell me some of why you decided to work with New Jerusalem and what sets them aside in their history in the industry.
So they've been building since about 2008. They do a little bit different home because they are primarily focused on energy efficiency. So they actually do Energy Star certified homes in this subdivision in Monte Verde in Temple. They do the same thing in all their builds, but they actually get them certified in this subdivision, which is different. Most of our other builders in the area do the energy efficiency stuff, but they don't get them certified. And what that means is they have to go through a series of inspections throughout the build to get that certification.
And so for people that don't know that, that's something that only New Jerusalem does here in Temple, correctly?
Yes, that's correct.
That's a big difference from what some of the other builders do. I know that they've built here in the Monte Verde subdivision, which is where you guys have your model home and we can find you on a regular basis. Where else does New Jerusalem build throughout Central Texas?
So they're also building over in, I believe that's northeast Temple, Tanglewood subdivision. It's a gated community, real close to the lake. You've got lake access over there. They do custom builds out there.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. So that's really nice because you can come to the neighborhood and get what we call a spec home in the industry. So it's already a house that's built, ready to move into. Or you can come to New Jerusalem and do a custom home project.
Right.
Yes. That is absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
Now, will they work out throughout Central Texas, or do they because I think at one point you had mentioned that they were building up towards the Waco area now as well. So, okay.
They have lots in a subdivision in Hewitt called
Moonlight Park.
Moonlight Park, yes.
Okay.
And then we got a call the other day for them building Leander. So they're looking at that right now also. So quite a diverse area.
Okay, so you've got Austin all the way up to Waco. Right. So yeah, you're literally covering Central Texas right there. One of the things that I really like in most of the New Jerusalem homes that I've walked through is that they have separate closets in the bathrooms.
Right.
And so you have her closet and his closet, and you can keep your clutter separate, which if you watch some of my other videos, I literally have a rolling joke that separate vanities and separate closets, I feel, are definitely marriage savers. So you're not on top of each other.
Right. So you don't get like beard shaving hair all over the sink. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
And then Chris isn't tripping over your shoes going in the closet.
Right. Exactly. Yes. Yes.
But with that, what are some other things that New Jerusalem features in their homes that might not be standard, and what kind of floor plan layouts are we looking at with them?
So in the primary baths, a lot of times you can get the big soaker tub, and they always do in the primary and the hall bath, the floor to ceiling tile. So that's just a standard thing. So you're not getting that space where you have texture and stuff like that. That can kind of get sheetrock, that can kind of get icky over time, which is really nice. But they also do a walk-in shower if someone wants a walk-in shower.
Nice. I'm personally a sucker for a soaker tub, so
Yeah.
I love that they do this.
Yes, yes.
But I also, like, some people do like a walk-in shower.
It is,
so
but it's a
nice.
nice big tub. Like, it's pretty much anybody's gonna get in that tub. So yeah.
Now, as far as like their bedroom, bathroom schematics, like what is their kind of their standard build that you have here in Monte Verde?
We have both 3-bedroom and 4-bedroom homes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what is the square footage range on those?
Square footage is going to be anywhere from 1,300 square foot to about 1,650.
Okay, nice. So kind of like the standard size for a family to move into here in the area. And then I'm assuming, obviously, like if you're going to be doing a custom build, they're going to have the capability of going up to a higher square footage for you. Awesome.
Yep.
Let's go check out some more areas.
Okay.
All right.
So in this model home, you guys have the office set up in one of the bedrooms. So I love that. So it kind of shows like this space is flexible where you can make it yours. It's got this gorgeous front window on it, so you've got a nice view out to actually look out when you're working. So I love that for this space. Let's talk money while we're in the office. What are the price points that New Jerusalem is currently selling at?
So here currently in the Monte Verde subdivision, the homes are ranging from 240 to about 265.
Okay.
Yeah. And like I said, that's that 1,300 to 1,650 square foot.
Okay, perfect. Now, here in Monte Verde, can they still come in and pick a lot and build on it, or are they're...
Yes, they can. We've actually got 11 lots left here in phase 2. As soon as that's done, we actually do have a phase 3 coming up too.
Awesome. Okay, so they've built, because I have actually clients that bought a house on phase 1 in their original section, and then I know people that have purchased here in phase 2, and then you're going to be moving over to phase 3. Right. So there's a lot of possibility to build in this area. That is fantastic. And that's a great price point, especially for this gorgeous of a home, because here in Temple, we have a lot of builder options. And I will be the first to say that, like, at the lower price points, you kind of get what you pay for. And you're getting a really, really good value with buying a New Jerusalem home, because they don't have standard finishings and they don't have, just builder grade basic things in their home. Like, you can see the love and the attention to detail that goes into these homes and the quality in their construction. And I admire that. And I think it's a great deal for buyers to be able to come and buy from you guys right now, because they're actually getting really good property for what they're paying for these houses.
Right. They really are, yeah. And the finishes are nice. Like, even if we show the secondary closets and the extra built-ins in the closets and things like that are really nice. Yes, that some of the, I'm going to say, standard builders don't do in their closets.
I actually was having a conversation with a client yesterday when I was doing a showing about that exact thing, because we were looking in the closet and she's like, oh, they're not those like basic chintzy racks in here. And I'm like, like some builders actually do a nice job.
Do a little extra, yes. Yeah.
So what about like lenders? Do you have a preferred lender? Can I bring a buyer to you and already like have them with another lender and you're good to work with them? How does that work with New Jerusalem?
Yes, actually we will work with any lender. The builder doesn't mind at all. In this specific neighborhood though, Cadence Bank does have what's called a right at home loan. So that is a special loan where if someone qualifies for that loan, they can do an actual no money down loan.
Oh, wow.
And it also has no PMI.
Okay.
So that's a big deal.
A big deal.
Yeah.
So that's perfect for first-time home buyers that are really just trying to make it happen. And this location, I mean, you're feeding into Kennedy Powell Elementary School in Temple. And then it's so easy. Like right here, you're right on 36, you're right on 363, you're just a few minutes from 35. Like this location is phenomenal to get to anywhere you're wanting to go.
And we're also really close to the industrial district for everyone looking for if they're working at the Meta Center or any of the other industrial part right here just down the road. So we've actually had quite a few that have bought in this neighborhood that are working over there.
Okay. Now, what about working with realtors? Because I know you're a realtor.
Yes.
And I'm a realtor.
Yes.
And we work together all the time on other things. But what's the stance with a buyer coming to you guys with a realtor already?
That's what we want. If someone comes up and they don't have an agent, we're actually going to refer them to an agent because we want them to have the best representation they can have. Yes.
Fantastic. And I love to hear that because I think, especially over the course of the years and everything everybody hears on the NAR lawsuits and things going on, it's really important for us to stress that buyers should have representation in a transaction, even when it comes to a builder. And I know sometimes you can go to a builder and they're like, you don't need an agent. But I love that you guys actually will refer them to someone and cite the fact that they should have representation. So thank you for doing that. I love the little touches that New Jerusalem adds to their homes so that you get a luxury feel at a not luxury price. Check out this entryway light.
This is the extra I was talking about in the closet with the built-in, and then you have 3 different areas for hanging, so you have plenty of storage in your closet.
So as we're walking around the property, I noticed the steel posts that are on the fence.
Right.
And so a lot of people aren't going to realize that that's a stabilizing factor for fences. And that's something that contractors don't always do on their properties. So when you drive through neighborhoods and you see fences falling down all over the time and it's like this neighborhood's only a year old, it's because they haven't done things like this that New Jerusalem has implemented in their homes. I know they're doing other things that other builders aren't doing in the area. And so tell me some of the other things that you're going to find with New Jerusalem Home that you might not be getting with another builder.
So I would say one big part for me is like the roofs. The roofs they use 30-year shingles.
Oh, nice.
Opposed to the other ones, regular 3-tab shingles, which is going to be a 20-year roof. So that's big for me because that's a big ticket item.
Yeah.
Full sod in the backyard and the front yard. Sprinkler system, front and back.
Sweet.
Yeah. So
Okay.
good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's actually really big because I know when we bought our first home here in Central Texas, I just assumed you had grass, you had an irrigation system. No, you don't have an irrigation system all the time. And sometimes you might not even have a finished backyard. And so that's a good thing to know that they cover that for buyers.
And having to get an irrigation system after the fact, you move in. I mean, you're talking thousands of dollars.
Yes, it's expensive to do that. So it's nice that those things are added in a New Jerusalem just as their standard features. It's not coming in and being like, oh, okay, well, here's your base price and we're going to charge you X, Y, and Z to add on to it. You're getting these added values immediately with a New Jerusalem home.
So talking about added value, insulated garage door opener. Those are things that come with the home. That's it's kind of an upgrade for other builders, but that's standard feature.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. And then we're going to skip back to the sprinkler for just a second because most people don't know this, but it actually will help your foundation here in this area.
Right.
So you want your ground to stay the same moisture level all the time. So with a sprinkler system, your yard is going to keep the same moisture level all the time.
Okay. Thank you for bringing that up because that is something that does not get talked about.
Yes.
And that is something that I try to tell clients like, hey, you want to make sure you're properly watering your yard, take care of your foundation. But a lot of people don't understand what that means. And so thank you for talking about that. And I'm going to highlight that that's actually one of the perks that you're getting with working with Chris and Chrissy because you guys are so knowledgeable, like so knowledgeable. And you talk about things that a lot of other realtors and other builders might not be having conversations about.
Right.
Yes. It's important to us that people are knowledgeable about the full scope of their home.
So as we were going through the neighborhood filming today, I noticed that the exterior elevations on the New Jerusalem homes, they stand out. They're absolutely beautiful. So tell me a little bit about the different options that you have or what they offer on their homes that make them look different.
So they will do the brick with the hardy or the limestone rock with the hardy. They did do one that was all hardy, and they're doing it where they do the vertical, so it's the farmhouse style. So they did the one where it was all the vertical with the trim, and that house everyone loved. It was beautiful. But they do also with the rock and the brick accents, and everybody loves it. But their houses are, you can tell which ones are theirs in the neighborhood, and every front elevation is different. They don't have two houses that have the same exact elevation.
And
Yeah.
their colors that they pick are so pretty.
They are.
I see a black and white one, and it is absolutely stunning. I see the black with and white with the brick on it, and then
Right.
the blues and the greens, and like it just they're gorgeous homes to look at. And
I'm just
so
gonna say this: they're not cookie cutter.
no, they're
No.
not.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So,
Yeah.
and that's what's actually really nice too, is like you're coming to a neighborhood where you're buying, like I said, a spec home essentially. It's pre-built already, but you're not feeling like you're buying a cookie cutter house. Like you feel like you're buying a home that's actually yours. It has some individuality to it.
Right.
It stands out. Like when you're driving down the street, which house is yours. You're not confusing which one might be your neighbor's instead.
Right. Yes. Yes. Most definitely.
Did you like what you saw with New Jerusalem Homes and you're ready to buy? Or are you ready to have a serious conversation about buying a home here in Central Texas and want to know about the best options for you? Book a call in the link below. We'll have a one-on-one Zoom session and find the perfect home for you here in Central Texas. Not quite ready to talk yet? Check out this other video that I've made. I'm doing these videos for buyers like you to give you all the information you need on builders here in Central Texas. I look forward to working with you soon.